The next two conferences that I am going to be talking about is the Conference USA and the Metro Atlantic Conference. In the Conference USA, I think that there is really only three teams that have a legit shot at winning this conference. But like we've seen with some of the other small conferences, I think that we could end up seeing a smaller, lower seeded team win this conference. But those top three teams, in my opinion, are going to be Liberty, Jacksonville State, and Middle Tennessee State, the top three seeds. And the one seed Liberty, they do have, in my opinion, probably going to be the easiest path. I don't love Liberty as a team, but they do have the easiest path here. Because they are the one seed, they do end up with Kennesaw State or New Mexico State after, I'm assuming they do beat either UTEP or Sam Houston. So I think that they can handle any of those four teams and have the best shot at making the championship game. But I think that Jacksonville State and Middle Tennessee State are both playing better as of late, and I think that they're both better teams overall. So I think that really it's going to come down to one of those bottom two teams to end up winning this conference. And for Liberty, overall, this isn't a bad team. They do score at a very, very high rate. I just think that they lack the size. They don't get a ton of rebounds, and kind of aren't great defensively. But I do think that this is definitely a team who shoots 38% from three overall. I think that they can really, if they're hot, they're going to be able to beat a lot of these teams. They do have two really good wins over Kansas State and McNeese State, who I think McNeese State probably going to win their conference, be a tournament team, and then Kansas State, who is a Power 5 school, has beaten multiple very, very good teams this year, and they beat them. So I think that this Liberty team has the ability to win this conference. And for Jacksonville State, I think that this team matches up very, very well with Liberty. They're definitely a lot bigger. They're going to out rebound a team like Liberty, and that's why I kind of want to give them the edge over Liberty. And they have a great scorer, one of the best players in the conference, in Jaron Pierre Jr., who's going to go out there and be able to take over a game. So I think that because of their rebounding and their size and their ability inside, I do think that Jacksonville State, who's going to be able to play with a team like Liberty, is a very, very good matchup for Liberty. And Middle Tennessee is kind of the exact same as what a team like Jacksonville State is going to be. They just don't have that one significantly better scorer on their team overall. They're going to be able to score with the other two teams as well. They're going to rebound better than Liberty, and the same as Jacksonville State. They're just a little bit better defensively than what Jacksonville State is, but I don't think that's what's going to matter in a game against them. I think that this team is definitely capable. They have won 3 straight games. I think that they are hot as of late, in my opinion, and I think that they have a legit shot at winning this conference as the 3 seed. So overall, I do think that Liberty is the best team in the conference, but I think that because of their lack of rebounding, I think that it's going to come down to either Jacksonville State or Middle Tennessee to end up winning this conference, and I am going to give the edge to Jacksonville State just because of their ability to kind of play in some of the big games that they have played, and I think that they're just a much better team than Middle Tennessee. And for the Metro Atlantic Conference, I think that this definitely could go to any of the top 7 teams in the conference, but I am going to narrow it down to the best 3 teams in Quinnipiac, Marist, and Merrimack. And so looking at the bracket, I think that the 1 seed Quinnipiac, the 2 seed Merrimack, and the 3 seed Marist are definitely the best 3 teams in the conference, but I think that really Iona, Manhattan, Mount St. Mary's, or Sacred Heart could all really end up winning this conference. But for Quinnipiac, I do think that they have an easier first round matchup with Rider and Siena than what Merrimack does with Sacred Heart or Fairfield because of the Sacred Heart possible matchup. And then Marist playing Mount St. Mary's, I think that they are a team that could upset Marist in this tournament. And Iona and Manhattan, either team could beat Quinnipiac in that matchup on Friday. And for Quinnipiac, I think that this team is all around very, very good. They average about 74 points a game. They're going to grab a ton of rebounds, and they are very, very good defensively. Almost 9 steals a game and almost 5 blocks. So I think that this is definitely a team who is going, if they can rebound and not turn the ball over and force turnovers, I think that this is going to be a team to win this conference. And their best player, Amari Monroe, he's averaging 18 points and 9 rebounds, and he is definitely a threat for a double double every single night that he steps onto the floor. So I definitely think that if he is on his game, I think that this is definitely a team to watch out for. And then for Merrimack, I think that they are also kind of one of those teams who's going to be able to go out and be very, very good defensively. Now they kind of play at a slower pace. They only average about 66 points a game, and they don't grab rebounds. That's going to be the determining factor in a game against a team like Quinnipiac, is because they are averaging 10 less rebounds. Now defensively, they are right there with a team like Quinnipiac, so I think that they are going to be able to kind of slow down what they want to do and kind of force them into kind of a different style of a game. And I think that Merrimack is going to be able to play with them, but the determining factor in a game against Quinnipiac is going to be the rebounds. And then for Marist, they're definitely a better matchup for Quinnipiac than what Merrimack is that's because they're going to slow down their offense, and they only average about 66 points a game, so they're going to slow them down, and they're going to be able to keep up rebound wise. Now they're not quite as good defensively. They're not going to force a ton of turnovers, but they are going to be able to kind of slow them down and not be able to let Quinnipiac outscore them. But that matchup between Marist and Merrimack, if they end up playing, is going to be a very, very good game. But I would give the edge to Marist. So I do believe that Marist and Quinnipiac are going to meet up in this conference championship game. But in a conference like this, anything really could happen. So I am going to pick Marist to win this conference because of their ability to slow down Quinnipiac, and they're going to be able to keep up rebound wise. I am going to wind up picking Marist to win the Metro Atlantic Conference. So in the Conference USA, I picked Jacksonville State to win that tournament, and then in the Metro Atlantic, I did pick Marist to win that conference. Thanks for watching.